Hey everyone, welcome to the top 10. Let's welcome to my top 10 favorite Star Wars video games. Yes, Star Wars, Rise of Skywalker, it's upon us, it's coming. Yeah, anyways, I said I'll do some more Star Wars videos, and it seemed like a good one. My favorite Star Wars video games. There is a lot of video games. A lot of video games for Star Wars, and I haven't played them all, so can't judge me fully because everyone's like, oh, you forgot this, you forgot that, you forgot this, you forgot this, what the fuck's wrong with you? But I played them all. Out of the ones I played, which is 11, so I played only 11, so it was pretty easy to make a top 10 list. I just left one off. So yeah, these are just the top 10 Star Wars games that I played that I've liked. I've pretty much all 11 of the Star Wars video games I've played, I've enjoyed. So that's pretty good. That's a plus. So yeah, let's get to it. Coming in number 10 is Star Wars Masters of Teras Kasi. I had to write that down. I almost forgot the title. Tassa Kasi. This is a PlayStation 1 video game that I haven't played since I've been a kid. It's almost like a Tekken style, but with Star Wars characters. I remember very much playing this as a kid, and that was the coolest thing ever. And playing as a girl bounty hunter, or like Luke Skywalker with a lightsaber. It's basically like a fighting game like Tekken or Mortal Kombat, but with Star Wars characters. And that's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. It's kind of dated. I don't know if it still holds up now. But as a kid, I loved playing it, so I had to put it on the top 10 list. Coming in number 9 is Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Star Wars Bounty Hunter was for the PlayStation 2, and you got to play as Jango Fett. This is basically before Attack of the Clones, and how he just was a regular bounty hunter doing his stuff, and how he met Zem Wazell, and how he met Count Dooku and stuff, and it's a pretty cool game, actually. One of the best parts of the game is when you watch the blooper reels of all the stuff that happens to the video game. That's probably the highlight of it all. The ending is really cool. The gameplay is pretty cool. I like that you actually get to fight a real Jedi Knight, and you get to fucking kill a Jedi and stuff. It's pretty fucking awesome. There are a couple problems here and there I have with it with the story, but I think it's a fun game. I never was a Jango Fett kind of fan, but this video game actually made me a fan of Jango Fett, so that's a bonus. Coming number 8 is Star Wars Battlefront, the very first one that came out in 2004. This is a really great game. I do not like the Battlefront remakes for the PS4, Battlefront 1 or 2. Don't like them. Battlefront 1 remake, that was awful. Battlefront 2 was an upgrade, and it did have some cool stuff, but I still didn't love it. So I guess you can count those as 2 games I played, but I don't really count me playing those games because I only played like a few minutes of them, so I don't really count that. I count like playing a game and you at least beat it or beat half of it or something. That's what I qualify as actually playing a game. Playing a couple minutes of a game doesn't count. So I played Battlefront 1 and 2 of the PS4s for like a couple minutes. That's it. So this one I played for the PS1 quite a bit, and it's great playing it as all these different clone stormtroopers. You could do like with the Republic, or you could play as like the droids and stuff, and you get to see all these different troopers and stuff, like the Jet Trooper, the normal clone trooper, the heavy trooper with the fucking bazookas and shit, the engineers. You get to play as these different kind of troopers during the Galactic War. Is pretty cool and stuff. And yeah, it's just a really fun, cool war game, and the sequel's better. I'll get to that. Coming in number 7 is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. This is the one everyone brags the fuck about. Everyone praises this game for the PC. I have played quite a bit of it, so it's not on the top 5 because I haven't beat it, and I'm not fully known with it because a buddy of mine loved this game to death, so I had to play it every time I went over to his house. I played the Knights of the Old Republic 2, and it was really cool playing as your own Sith Lord, doing all these fucking crazy missions, killing off Jedi, killing some fucked up shit. Like, just being a Sith Lord is a lot more fun to be in Knights of the... Because when you play the Knights of the Old Republic, you can be a Jedi Knight or a Sith Lord, and Jedi Knight's very honorable, but playing as a Sith Lord is always much funner. It's much more crazier. It's very entertaining and stuff. You get to do some pretty crazy shit, and Sith Lords is actually a fantastic game for the PC, and yeah, that's all guys. All you Star Wars fans, you all know about it. You probably know more about the game than I do, so yeah, it's great. Coming number 6 is Star Wars Force Unleashed 2. Really good game, really fun. Basically, the biggest problem with this movie is that you're too strong. But that's what also creates a lot of the funness for being the apprentice. Because The Apprentice died in the first one. This is almost like a clone of The Apprentice. The moves you could do in this game with the Jedi mind tricks and forcing stormtroopers falling off the cliff is pretty fucking cool. The story doesn't make sense, especially of the mythos and the lore of Star Wars, and even in the canon of Star Wars it doesn't make sense, but it's still a fun game. Like, gameplay-wise, it's fucking fun. It doesn't make sense, but it's fun, and I loved playing it. When it came out, I was hooked to it, and I'm just like, yeah, this game is fucking cool, and yeah, it's Sam Witwer back, and it's cool. That's it. It's like a guilty pleasure, but a really strong guilty pleasure. Coming in number 5 is Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast. Really cool game. A game, again, another buddy of mine recommended me to play. It's really fucking awesome. Just playing as the Jedi Knight and following the Jedi Order and stuff is really great. I call it almost like a tamed version of Fallen Order. I'll get to Fallen Order in a sec, but this is a really good game with a great story, with great characters, great battle sequences, easy controls, very easy to follow. The biggest flaw of it is too easy, but it's still fun. Going on different missions is really cool, and just finding more lightsabers, finding other enemies and stuff, and just finding all the cool different worlds and planets was awesome. And yeah, it's a fantastic game. Coming number 4, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. This is the only thing that was really great that came out of Phantom Menace, other than Darth Maul and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. But a racing game, a pod racing game for the N64. Super cool, super fun, and just it's simple. It's just racing. If you love racing games, then you'll love this one. And I love racing games, so I loved it. Coming number 3 is Star Wars Force Unleashed. The very first one was really cool. Again, it still doesn't make sense within the lore and the story and the canon of Star Wars, but it's still a fun little story. It's a cool little alternate reality sort of story with the apprentice, being the apprentice of Darth Vader. It's actually a really well put together story. Playing as the apprentice, learning all these cool Jedi moves and stuff, and just slowly getting more and more and more powerful. And the fact that you get to fight and beat Vader and the Emperor at the end just makes it awesome. You get to have a black lightsaber. It's cool shit in this game. And just, again, I think out of all the Star Wars games, it's easily one of the most fun Star Wars games I've ever played. Coming number 2 is Jedi Fallen Order, the one that came out this year, the one I just beat, and I fucking loved everything about it. Yes, the kid from Shameless is the main character, Cal. I love following his story, because he's a Padawan, and during Order 66, his master died, and pretty much he's not fully trained, so that makes the game a lot more difficult, but also makes it more interesting. Basically, you have to learn as you go. You have to learn to become a better Jedi and stuff, and, you know, try to fight off these Inquisitors and everything. And this is a much different Star Wars game. It's basically like a Tomb Raider / Uncharted Star Wars game. And it makes it cool, going through these tombs, learning more about the Jedi Masters and Cal's past and stuff. It's just awesome. This game itself was just great. The gameplay, the visuals, the characters were just so fantastic, and I loved every second of this game, and just it's one of my favorite games of the entire year, and just, yeah, love it. And my number 1 favorite Star Wars video game is Star Wars Battlefront 2 that came out in 2005 for the PS2. Everything about this is childhood for me, and I still play it to this day. I think it's so fucking good. Playing as the troopers, you get to play heroes versus villains as the Sith and the Jedi. You get to play as droids, clones. You can play in different timelines of the Star Wars movies, whether it was the fight of the Empire or the fight of the clones and stuff. Everything, you get to do it all. Whether it's like Galactic Conquest or it's in action, like everything about Battlefront 2 was fantastic. It's everything that I love about Star Wars and video games, and just Battlefront 2 is the definitive best Star Wars video game, in my opinion. I love it. So yeah, that's my top 10 personal favorite Star Wars video games, in my opinion. So in the comment section below, please tell me, what are your top 10 favorite Star Wars video games? Do you read this top 10 list? Give me your favorites, comment below. So yeah, just give me some of your favorites, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.